Hello, everyone. This is Attorney Colin Wynn. I am posting today to talk to you about a concept that's very often asked of me. What is the difference between a public defender and a private attorney? What are the pros? What are the cons? And which one should I pick? So, first and foremost, I want to be full disclosure. I am a private attorney. I work with tons of private attorneys. I also work with tons of public defenders. So, I'd like to say I'm pretty knowledgeable on this subject. So, with public defenders, you're only allowed for them if you have committed a crime, if there's a criminal matter involved usually. Um, the federal system also allows for public defenders, but that's going to be dealing with crimes that are interstate or on public, federal grounds, actually, not public. And those are not as common. State crimes are usually what's typically the case. And with public defenders, the number one pro I'd say is obviously they're free. Can't be free. Their second pro to them is that they are very knowledgeable on the field of law that they're practicing because they're in the courtroom every day and they see the same cases over and over and over and over again. So they're pretty knowledgeable. I don't believe that they're not knowledgeable. There's been some, misconception of it. It's not true. The third I would say is that being in a courtroom on a regular basis, they're assigned often to a particular courtroom or a few courtrooms, and they get pretty acquainted with the judge. They know their tendencies, their biases, oftentimes more than even private attorneys. As for a private lawyer, the pro is availability. They're available, they have to be available because you shouldn't take on any more cases that they can't be available for their clients. That's my definitely stance on it. Secondly, reputation is very important. So they have a belief or a desire to be productive and help their clients get the best result possible. And because the whole system the whole practice is based on referral oftentimes. You do a good job, 3 people become your client in the future through referral, word of mouth. So that's very important. So they want to do the best job for you and make you feel happy about the situation, because if not, then they're not going to get your business in the future and they're not going to get their friend's business. Let's be honest. The third pro to them is kind of similar. There is a higher expectation of performance. Like, you want to do a good job. There's recourse when there isn't, with failure to be available or get a good result. Chances are they won't be getting these clients again, a repeat client. So yeah, those are the pros, I'd say, to both. The cons are, for a public defender, availability. That's the biggest problem. Oftentimes these public defenders, some of them are my friends, are tasked with 500 cases. And there's no way anyone can remember all the facts of every case. And you're just getting churned 100 cases a day, 5 days a week for 6 hours. So oftentimes it's hard for them to be available, especially phone calls. Good luck. If a public defender calls you back, that's a pretty freaking good public defender, if you ask me. Because everybody wants free services, and there are going to be a lot of people they have to return phone calls to, which is, you only have so much time in a day. And their second con is that they don't have a reputation really to uphold. No offense, but being a attorney that works with a lot of government employees, let's be honest, your job is to not get fired and to do the bare minimum, no more, no less. Oftentimes, public defenders are like, hey, this is the best deal I can get you, take it or leave it. If not, get another lawyer. I've seen it hundreds of times. And it's true, yeah. I mean, how can you give them the best result possible when you have 500 people asking for the best result possible at the same time? So you just get a result for them and let them determine if they want it or not. So yeah, those are 2 major issues. It's a frequent complaint of my friends and other clients who come to me. But private attorneys are not without fault. So our cons are, it can be expensive. We are not as knowledgeable sometimes in regards to how a particular judge is. We're just as knowledgeable in regards to the law, but we're not seeing this judge on a frequent basis. Oftentimes people talk about knowing judges or help, blah, 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 which it definitely helps. But, the facts are the facts. If you killed somebody, I don't care if you know the judge, it's going to be hard to get over. Or if you were caught drinking and driving, you blew over, you're thrown up, I don't care if the judge is my cousin. It's going to be tough. because they have to uphold the law. They are supposed to be objective. So that's definitely a con to it. And oftentimes, private attorneys have different views of law practice, whereas a public defender, you only have one. Private attorneys, like myself, I do immigration, I do criminal, so like oftentimes they're tied in together, but you know, it's always better when you only know one law and you don't have to deal with one law. But I've yet to have an issue with that realistically. There's not been any cases where I actually had a problem with not knowing the law just as well as a public defender or even a prosecutor. And it's research and diligence. But I think definitely with a private attorney, it's the cost that's going to harm people the most, to push people away. And people are going to ask which one's better, why do I have to pay for a lawyer when I get a free one? And it really comes down to your ability. I think if you have the ability to get a private lawyer, I would do it because, like I mentioned, they try to get the best result for you. Whereas the public defender, they try to get a result to get the case moving, saying, hey, this is what a deal I got you, and that's the best I can do. Sometimes they go to trial, but those are rare. And when it's inherently unfair for them to plead, and that tends to be the case. So if you have any further questions about picking between a public defender and a private attorney, feel free to leave a message down below. And also, if you like this content of this video, please like and share with your friends. And please stay tuned for future content. Thank you very much.